We've got our favorite movie reviewer on a Zoom call here from lights-camera-jackson.com. It's Jackson Murphy. How are you?
Hey, Randy, doing great. A lot of new movies this weekend.
Oh, we got to find a good one. Last week was kind of iffy. Now, the first one up, I'm really interested in. Clifford the Big Red Dog. How is this one?
Yeah. It's a new feature film, live action CGI combo. So they animated Clifford into this CGI character. And obviously, he goes from small to very big. I talked with director Walt Becker all about it. You can listen to that podcast episode at lcj.podbean.com. I loved watching the animated series with John Ritter when I was young and reading the books. I think so many young kids will like this movie most of all. Parents, maybe not quite as much, but definitely the young kids experiencing this either safely in the theaters or at home on Paramount Plus. In this movie, the cast includes Jack Whitehall, who was in Jungle Cruise, Kenan Thompson is in it, Rosie Perez, and John Cleese.
Okay. On a 1 to 5 scale, what do you give it?
For young kids, it's about a 3.5. Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm a little nervous about this one. Disney Plus is remaking a classic. What's up?
It's a new Home Alone movie, Home Sweet Home Alone. You know who's in it? Kenan Thompson. He's in 2 movies this weekend. This also stars Archie Yates. He's the young boy in this. He was in Jojo Rabbit and terrific in that. Fortunately, Archie Yates isn't even the dominant actor in this movie. They give a lot of the screen time to the adults, including Ellie Kemper and Rob Delaney and Timothy Simons. And Home Sweet Home Alone, it's basically the same premise all over again. There's a couple robbers going into the house, and Archie's got to fight them off. And I don't want to give away why exactly that happens, but it's all very goofy. It's all this kind of awkward, unfunny, goofy, corny comedy. So I'm disappointed for the most part. There are a few references to the classic Home Alone films and a surprise appearance by somebody who was in the previous films. But other than that, it's not very entertaining, and that's on Disney Plus.
Okay. Now we are talking to Jackson Murphy, our favorite movie reviewer here. There's an action movie out with some of our favorites in there. How's this one?
Red Notice. Dwayne Johnson. It's Gal Gadot, it's Ryan Reynolds. And Ryan Reynolds does his usual Ryan Reynolds shtick, which I'm not a fan of. I like his more dramatic roles and his atypical roles, including Free Guy from this summer. But yeah, this is not funny. This is a big action comedy that one of the most expensive movies Netflix has ever made. They put something like $200 million into this. Wow. And yet it's not funny, it's not original, it's not intelligent, and it's not a good time.
It looks like Clifford the Big Red Dog's the best movie of the weekend so far.
It's doing okay so far compared to everything else. Yeah.
There's a couple of dramas out. Tell us about these, Jackson.
Okay, so Belfast is in theaters. It is directed by Kenneth Branagh, and Focus Features is going to put this up for Best Picture consideration and won the Audience Award at Toronto Film Festival earlier this year. It's going to have that feel-good but emotional feel to it. It's inspired by Kenneth Branagh's childhood in Ireland in the 60s. The cast includes Jamie Dornan, who has this rendition of Everlasting Love that you're probably going to hear throughout the entire award season, and Judi Dench is in it as well. My pick of the week is Violet. It is on VOD. This stars Olivia Munn. She plays a film executive in Hollywood who has this very destructive voice in her head. The voice is voiced by Justin Theroux. Is Violet going to overcome this voice? Is she going to change the course of her life and make some better decisions? We root for her through the entire film because of Olivia Munn's excellent performance. I hope she gets in the Best Actress conversation. The film itself, directed by and written by Justine Bateman, is a little choppy in spots, and it's kind of predictable, but it is worth it. Check out Violet on VOD if you're an Olivia Munn fan. It's the best performance of her career.
Wow. Okay, so we got a couple of good ones at the beginning.
There you go.
Yeah, and everything in the middle, not so much. All right, Jackson Murphy. We will put up the trailers to all these things at 995theriver.com on the Morning Show blog. Where do people find your stuff?
Twitter at LCJ Reviews, Instagram at LightsCamJackson, and that website is lights-camera-jackson.com.
Thank you, sir. Hope you have a great weekend, and thank you for your info.
Everyone as well, have a great weekend. Thank you.